Oh, shoot. Here we go. Let's go live. Sausages. Here we go. I'm just going to start the show off now with sausages. I just feel like
Jake does.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the rest of breakfast. What are we having? What's the rest of the plate going to look like?
I'm not. Do you? Okay. So then I'm going to ask sausage patties or sausage links.
Does it matter? Does it matter though?
I mean, what's gay? Sausage links or what? Sausage patties?
A lot of echo over here.
Anybody? Links? Patties?
Patties are fine. I'm a patties
Because
guy.
like I now that I've thought about it, I can't do links ever again. Because if I do sausage links, that's gay as shit.
Only if you eat it seductively with both hands.
Kind of tacos.
What? No, this is a serious conversation. Like sausage patties or sausage links?
Well, now that you said it that way, patties,
I mean,
man. Patties all the way. Like
I don't
no links up in this house.
No glizzy globbers around here. Sorry.
Glizzy globbers. Let's go. All right. Best day of my life was yesterday. Best brats and that too big for me, bro. Too big for me. Best day of my life yesterday, driving home from lunch, my kid in the car. I'm all sorts of like just I don't know, whatever. Jeep, Wrangler, whatever. Super proud of my kid. I don't know what you call that. I guess you can't call it anything because you'll get in trouble. But my kid's like, yo, I got to pee. And I'm like, sure, let's go. Pull over, pull off to the side, let him get out the car. He finally figures out how to pee for length.
And doesn't pull his pants to his ankles.
Nope. Let it roll.
Oh, this is news to me. I didn't know this was a thing.
Not pull the first time that he did not pull his pants.
I've never been so proud. My kid
was it cold out yesterday?
It was windy. Remember?
It was windy. It wasn't cold. It was windy. But
okay.
I mean, the stream was just. I remember, like, I'm not even gonna lie. I remember Sevan talking about it, and your kid finding it out, and yes, I was so proud. He just, he figured it out. He let it rip.
Yep.
It was a stream to be proud of. Didn't get on the car. Didn't get on shoes. Didn't get on nothing. He was rolling. I was so freaking proud of my kid at that moment.
Yep.
Can't even tell you.
No, it was good.
It was a really good freaking day. Like I drove home just, I was ready to go.
Yeah, it was very proud.
Yeah.
Very, very proud moment.
You know what I mean? Like nobody could see him from the highway. He was, it was just, it was a good day. And I mean, there was length.
He was proud too.
He was proud.
He was proud.
He was so proud of himself.
And I think today, because we went to lunch today too.
I think he wanted to pee outside again.
He wanted to do it again too.
He definitely wanted to pee.
And I was like, "Nah, kid, let's
on
go."
the road.
Yeah.
I was like, "You're good. You peed before we left. You're good."
He's like, "Hey, mommy, I know this spot," and we're like, "Yeah, you're fine. You peed before we got in the car." So. No, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good day. It was fucking awesome. He
figured
it out.
Yeah, my kid has reached another milestone. Super proud of him. Don't know if he'll do it again.
Yeah.
But it was a good day yesterday. So
yeah.
All right, what are we looking at today? Because it was a screwed up week with
Well, I was gonna go to a different topic, but we can keep it on the topic of our kid for now, since you wanted to start by praising Bede and all of his accomplishments and stuff like that. Jeffrey number 1, what's up?
Thank you, bro.
I want to make sure that I read it correctly. So let me find it really quick.
Oh, what did we do? What happened?
No. So I follow this autism support and awareness Instagram. I guess I can pull it up here. I don't want to lose my other spot.
No, that's okay.
Fine. And so I really follow them, and I've followed a lot of accounts since Bede's diagnosis, and it brings a lot of perspective. And I've grown up in the special needs community. My mother was a big advocate for special needs sports, and I worked in different agencies and homes, like
Yeah,
state home,
IGHL.
IGHL,
Yeah.
one-on-one. You know, I obviously met you. That's part of our story that I don't think we've ever shared. Like, I met you because I was working with your families, one of your family members who from upstate where I'm originally from, who had Down syndrome. So I had been in the
Has
special
Down syndrome.
has Down syndrome, and so I have been in the special needs community for a very long time. But becoming a parent is different, and you see the world differently, and you hear things much differently. And one of the quotes that they shared was, "A child who is autistic spends hours being taught how to interact with others. Why don't we spend time teaching others how to interact with them?" And when I read that, that was such a powerful quote because it's true. We don't spend time trying to understand someone that's different.
Autistic. We're talking about autistic.
Yeah. And as a parent, like, you see that. And I think that that goes back to the conversation of, like, your kid doesn't look autistic.
I had a very good conversation, and I'm only gonna throw the name out there because he said that I could throw his name out there, with Kenneth DeLapp. He reminded me that the spectrum is a spectrum, and there's very different sides of the spectrum, right? Like, our kid has a certain side. We talked to Jan Clark. We've talked to Coach Ken. The spectrum that we deal with is very different than the spectrum that, a parent that, you're gonna have to take care of your kid for a very long time, and then
Mhm,
that feeling of you're gonna have to trust somebody else with your kid at some point.
mhm.
It's I don't even know. I remember texting with him or messaging with him, and I yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, seriously, I don't even I can't fathom that. Like, that's not something that I've had to learn.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I really do wanna ask questions and know, and actually have, insight into that, 'cause, we're together, we're a family, we have kids that need help.
Mhm.
You don't ever wanna be in a spot where you can't take care of your kids. You don't.
Mhm.
And we all strive to be able to make sure that our kids are as independent, at least where we are in our journey. We try to make sure that our kid is as independent as he can be, so when we're not here, he can take care of himself.
Yeah, because that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
that's not always the case for people.
right. Right. And being able to take a moment to understand that there is a spectrum, and there's a very big
It's large.
spectrum.
Yeah.
It's a very big spectrum, and not everyone is going through the same exact journey, but we're all on the journey together,
Yeah.
and we can be there and we can support each other in the best way. But I also think that it's very hard when you can feel the, I don't want to say judgment, but you can almost feel the criticism within the same community of, like, well, you'll never understand because your kid is not where my kid is, or my kid is not where your kid is. And I think that that's where this idea about, we are, and you and I are very vocal about this, like, we are raising Garrett to be independent because he is growing,
As independent as w yeah,
right,
right.
right, because he is going to grow up to be an adult, and the best thing we can do is help guide him the best that we can. And like you said, not everybody has that same trajectory of what that looks like, but it doesn't mean that we're not all,
In the same space, and we can't all
yeah.
help each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
because I have felt that.
It's a conversation that we wanna have all
Yeah.
together as a
Mhm.
group, as
Yeah.
as people trying to figure this out. It's not easy. And for everybody, like it's hard for us. It's
Mhm.
hard for Kenneth. It's hard for Jan Clark. It's hard
Mhm.
for Ken, who's teaching these kids. Like
Mhm.
it's hard for everybody, and you have to figure out where everybody's at, and everybody's at a different spot.
Right.
Like the same way we always talk about CrossFit, everybody's at a different spot, right? You're a beginner, trying to figure it out. You're someone who's already like, I'm here, I'm going to quarterfinals, semifinals. You're a
Mhm.
game, like there's levels to this, and everybody's different, but that doesn't mean that there's something wrong, with the fact that you're a beginner. It's
Mhm.
a beginner. We're at a beginning level.
Mhm.
It's cool. We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And it's important that we remember that,
yeah.
and we're patient with that, and we're
Jeff, you're echoing, homie.
is it me?
Someone's echoing.
Hold on.
I don't know. I
Hold
can hear it. It's annoying.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. I'll check all my sounds. But we just did this. We just fixed all this.
I know.
We did.
But
No,
yeah.
everything's still the same.
So
All good?
I think so.
Better? Or are you still are we still echoing, baby?
I don't hear anything.
I'm not. Yeah, you're good now. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Did absolutely nothing, but sure.
Oh.
It is what it is. Shut your door, bro. But yeah. It just, when stuff like this happens, and it's a very big deal, you kind of gotta, you gotta. Oh, Chris Beesterfield, mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, you right.
He knows what's like. He knows what's like.
Yeah, you know what's up.
We've seen that.
But yeah, no, a big thing, big to do. I'm glad people are talking about it. Like I said, when Hiller's video came up in the space, I was just glad to see my kid on it. It just lets him know that he can do whatever it is that he wants to do. He'll always have that. That's
Mhm.
something that will always be, he can always look back on and be like, hey, I can do this. So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Well, and that's everyone is trying to do their best, and everyone's best can be different. Yeah, absolutely can. Absolutely.
and there's no roadmap for parents.
No.
There's absolutely no roadmap for parents. Our kid is entering a different level now.
Listen, I read parent books
So I mean, he's
when
peeing outside.
right, and I read parent books when we got pregnant, and it's no. There's no manual, there's no
Every
rule
kid is
book.
different. Yeah.
It's great to have an idea of how it can be, but you don't know until you actually
Are in it.
and see it. And and one of the biggest things of now with him getting older, and I actually did want to ask Savon this question or whatever, because he does allow his kids to interact with people in a way that is so uncomfortable for me, because that's something that we're working on with Bede, is that
I'm
you
fine with
can't
it. You're
just-
not. You want to help him all the time. I don't.
yeah, but it's this idea of protecting him too.
Yeah.
And how do I, because I've come very far to give him the independence and to allow him to be his own person and whatever, now that he's older. And this world is scary, and you have to be able to trust people that you don't know and believe that everybody is kind, and that, that kind of stuff. So it's very hard for me to allow him to go and talk to adults by himself.
Yeah, you want to help him with
So
it.
I want to help navigate. I want to help be there. He also very much goes from 0 to 100, where he'll say hello, and then 2 seconds later, he's trying to climb in their lap, and teaching him that that's not appropriate, personal space, and that kind of stuff. But hearing that Savon just is like, yeah, I'll let them talk and I don't interrupt. I'm still obviously in the vicinity of where they are. I'm not
yeah.
walking the complete opposite way, but he gives them that freedom. And, as a parent, I'm not there yet, but it's very, I obviously have to get there. You know, I also think that,
I don't think it's letting a kid like climb in somebody else's lap. I think it's letting a kid try to figure out how to talk to an adult with you at an appropriate distance.
mhm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's figure out how to formulate your words, figure out how to express yourself, figure out how to say whatever, as long as you're there helping with that.
mhm,
You know what I mean? But yeah, let them figure out how to talk.
yeah,
It is. It's very hard because if the other person doesn't understand him right away, you're like, "Hey, let me help you understand my kid."
mhm,
I gotta let like you gotta let your kid figure out how to understand and also how to communicate what he wants.
yeah. Chris, we used to have the kids order their own food. Yeah,
Yeah.
our son will order his own food. Absolutely. He'll absolutely order his own food, and those type of interactions are not the ones that are difficult for me. He can order his food, he talks to waiters, he talks to, you know, the host at the, you know,
Yeah.
when we first walk in, teachers, you know, obviously when we're at places where he knows people, like he can go and he can talk to people, like that's fine. Um, but it's those people that he doesn't know and we don't know, and he's so social and I don't want to take that from him. But how do you find the balance between navigating the world and navigating people that you don't know and also allowing him to find his voice, you know? And I think that that also part of that quote that I read about, like, we don't teach other people to socialize. You don't want it to be a, yeah, it's, I lost my train of thought, but yeah.
Yeah. Kenneth Lap, try with close friends, family first. Maybe, yeah. Um, we will, yeah. That's what happened. I think we did do that first, and then we realized that uh he was less interested
Yeah.
in close friends and family
Yeah.
and more interested in people that he didn't know.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, that's just kind of how we're trying to help him navigate that right now. But
He very much wants to be seen by everybody.
and you have to remember too, he's our only child,
Mhm.
right? And he was a child that it was very difficult to have. It
Mhm.
took us a very long time to get him.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I mean, you hear someone talk about that, especially with other people, like that first kid, like you're just like, oh my God, I want to do everything, make sure that kid has, and you're kind of like, I think in the last 2-3 years, we've kind of figured out like, hey, we realize you're an only child. And also you're going to have to learn how to do not only child things.
Yeah.
So we're figuring it out. Um, Jake Chapman, let's go. If I eat in front of people, it gives them the impression that they can eat in front of me, so I mostly eat alone. You don't uh,
It's them from I can't eat in public.
okay, fair. I was okay. I like it.
Yeah, I hear the echo too, and I don't
Yeah,
know
someone's
why.
got an echo. Jeff,
I can't fix it. I don't know what to tell you. Here, I got this. Watch.
good job.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is you.
It
Maybe it
is
is your
you.
fault.
It's totally your fault. But yeah, so
But I think you make a good point on that too. It's another season, it's another journey of releasing and trusting and allowing him to grow and separation and independence and all that type of stuff. And this obviously goes back to um yes, getting pregnant with him, having a difficult pregnancy, having him going through my own postpartum with him, and not being able to separate from him and leave his side and all that type of stuff. And, it's just another season of that, especially now that he's older. And I don't want to interfere with that, but it's just a reminder that everything is a learning curve for him, for us, for the world, for his peers, for, groups and whatever. Like it's always a learning curve.
yeah, and Yeah, Kenneth, it is such a weird time in history for socialization because I mean, honestly, at this point, y- you can't really.
Can't trust
We've
anybody.
talked about this multiple times before. I would never send my kid on the like to the camps or the group settings or the whatever that I was in when I was a kid,
Mm-mm.
when it was okay.
No, not at all.
I there's no way.
No.
So I mean, you kind of to be a helicopter parent, like you kind of have to.
Proud.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
Especially with a kid like ours who just loves everybody.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter what they say or what they do or what they like, he just loves people. So no, you can't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. So I thought that was I figured I'd keep it in the same realm of
All right, my wife's running the show. So
you starting off.
where are we going?
Yeah. Well, this one I want to share because this is one of my favorite people. This is just a shout out. This is there's no money involved. There's no nothing. This is one of my favorite guys. If you've never followed him, he does voiceovers for animals. And if you need a good laugh in the craziness that is this world, you're definitely going to want to find him. So this is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, so get in
Stop! I'm saying I'm in charge.
there. Time to wake up, fat boy. Wake
Ow!
up.
It's nap time.
Wake up.
No, it's nap time.
I'm definitely the fat boy.
Ow! You gonna give me whiplash. You ain't even black. Stop. Ooh, what's that? What's that? You know I don't like scary stuff. Stop. Where you at? Where you at?
Right
Oh, there
here,
you
fat
go.
There you go.
You gonna stop calling me fat?
There you go and fly to
That
the
guy's
mountain.
like he's really awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just makes you happy. If you need a happy day, like that dude makes you happy to all end. But yeah, I'm the don't bother me. I'm the little fat pug.
You are
Don't jump
That's
don't
not-
jump on me. Don't
That's
I'm not
even what
yeah,
I was
no,
saying with that.
No, I am. I'm the little fat pug. It's fine. I'm okay with that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that because that is one of my favorite favorite guys ever to just take away the craziness that is this world, because this world is pretty fucking crazy. And
Anybody else see The Rock? I really want to watch. I really might buy WrestleMania at this point. Like anybody see this? I am down. Like I'm legit down for this. Let's go.
Now you stay down. Fuck that. Clear, guys. Fuck that. You shut your mouth. Clear my ass. How did that feel? Did that feel good? What, just because the show's over, that doesn't mean that the shit stops. The Rock doesn't give a fuck.
The Rock doesn't give a fuck. I'm there for that. I am all yeah. Chris Beasterfield. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I saw the first part. It was amazing. I just have been laughing at this one section forever because it's just The Rock doesn't give. I can't. This is so good.
You should cry.
You should cry. I'm good for the day. You know what I mean? Like there's at some I don't know, but I'm probably gonna go back in and get the wrestling. I'll probably buy it. Rock is back. It's super fun now. Dudes are being dudes, fucking people up. He's wiping blood on belts and like asking for tears and shit. So
I mean, this is what we grew up watching. We've been watching those which ones are those? The wrestling
yeah, the A&E rivals, which
and the Hall of Fame and all that. Like that's been some cool
yeah,
shit.
Cody Rhodes crybabies for real. Or yeah, and he's like, Mama Rhodes, let's go. Like, I'm gonna put your baby boy's tears on this belt. Bro, I was good for the whole day after that.
Yep.
I was like, yes, you are.
Yep.
I'm there.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, it was really good.
So I'm ready. I'm back in it. I'm probably gonna buy the pay-per-view for no reason other than to just see that and The Rock be the heel. Because he's a better heel than he is a baby face.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
He's an awesome heel.
We're gonna buy the pay-per-view.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It'll be fun to see it again. It's been really cool to watch.
Rock said, fuck that. Yes, I'm buying the pay-per-view. Yeah, let's go.
But yeah, if you haven't checked out those rival ones, you should definitely see it because those are really cool to kind of just go back down memory
You get to
lane.
go, yeah. The Ultimate Warrior freaking what was it? LOD as tag team, the Rockers as tag team.
Mhm.
Any like, oh my God, I
The
remember
Hardy
that.
Boys.
Yeah,
Yep.
any of that. I love that.
Yep.
So let's
Oh,
go.
Kenneth Lap. Just sign up for Peacock. No need to pay per view. Cool.
Oh, all
We'll do
right.
it. Thanks
Awesome.
for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Beesterfield, is The Rock gearing up for a VP nomination? Dude, I'm okay with it if he is.
Mhm.
I'm definitely okay with it if he is. I'm not gonna be mad.
No.
No.
No, you wouldn't be mad.
Nah,
You'd vote for The Rock for a VP.
over Big Mike and who's the other one? Shit, I don't know. It was Big Mike and somebody else was going, but yes, I would go for The Rock first. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and the baby was starting to show interest in it too. He was just kind of looking at it like,
Yeah, he's ready to go.
like, oh, you gonna
Trump is a heel too. Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah. The heel's the best character.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
for real. Yeah, let's go. The heel is the best character in the whole thing, and normally they have like, yeah. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yep. There's
Big
big,
Mike. Yeah,
there's big
I'm-
respect for that.
sure.
Yep.
I'm good. I'm ready.
There's When was this? When was this this thing with The Rock? When did it happen?
When he's what
The reel. Where'd that reel come
like
from?
3 days ago. It was just now
Oh,
because they're getting ready for WrestleMania. So
yeah.
yeah, it was just now. But yeah,
Making it big again.
sure.
And the fact that he's like in it again.
I think he
and-
owns part of it too.
Yeah.
Oh, P.S. If you want to talk about somebody owning something, the Diddy thing, the Diddler. So I love Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz. I watch them all the time, and then I realized like, yo, Charlemagne's on the Breakfast Club, and the Breakfast Club was owned by Revolt, or is owned by Revolt. Diddy also owned Revolt, and that's what he just sold.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
I'm curious because also too, if you watch the Breakfast Club, it's Charlemagne the God. Jeff, can you bring up just a picture of the hosts of the Breakfast Club? Because it's Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy. It used to be Angela Yee, but now it's just a mess. And shoot, what's his face? Not shoot, who DJ Envy just got in freaking trouble for I don't know how many things. He had a business partner, they sold houses, it was fraud, they got in trouble. It's a whole big thing. You can look it up. But they never got really like DJ Envy never really got in trouble. Wonder why. Did he own the freaking thing? Charlemagne the God. Not saying I don't enjoy his comedy or whatever, but he has been talked about for a minute, not for anything to do with kids, not for anything to do with anything that like, but I'm just saying he falls under the umbrella of protection, or he used to.
They all are.
Right.
There's always one
And then
that protects the rest. And then when the leader falls, all of a sudden everybody else's shit comes to light and whatever. And it's continuously.
Yeah.
It's just all the fucking time.
So it's just curious that he sold Revolt before,
Like right before though.
yeah,
Right before
anything happened.
But right before they raided his house.
But yeah, and no, well, it was a month before, so a month or two.
Oh, okay.
But Revolt owns
The Breakfast Club.
the Breakfast Club
Mm.
radio station, and now Diddy's out. Diddy's not.
Everything is
it's
intertwined.
there's-
Everything is connected. And eventually when you take that first pin out, or you make the first snowball and roll it down the hill, like
Speaking of wrestling, Colton Marsden, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Yes.
sure, for sure.
you take that small snowball and you roll it down the hill, it's just going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what's happening. Cat
Oh.
Williams, 2024.
Cat Williams 2024, bro. Like, yeah, for real. Absolutely. Cat Williams 2024.
Cat Williams.
But that was the
2024.
question we asked a bunch of times. Like, what is the deal with fucking these people and little kids? Like,
when they
why?
get money.
Yeah.
When they get money.
I don't ever want to be that rich, bro. Like, I really don't. I don't ever want to be so rich that now I'm bored and I'm interested in little kids. Because that's what
That's
It-
what it seems
That's
like.
what it feels. Yeah.
It seems like that you get rich, you get money, but then it's the accessibility. It's also with the type of circles that these girls are running in, and you know, you
Well-
have these
Vlad, the DJ Vlad just made he made his appearance on Piers Morgan, and he basically said that guys that rich, that famous, and that rich
mhm,
get bored with regular sex.
mm.
I don't know what the fuck that means. How do you? I don't know. I don't ever want to be that rich where I have to worry about being bored with regular sex.
No, because
It
the difference is that when you're in that circle and you have that much money and you have that much access, is that they talk about this whole I can't fight my temptations. I can't fight my temptations. But when you constantly are having women being like, I can give you this and I'll do this and I'll do this and I'll do that. And then them like it's more available. But when you're regular people like
I just
in a relationship, for us, we fight for our marriage. We're with each other. Like there's no temptations outside of our marriage.
no.
So it's
No, I don't even want to talk to other people. No.
no. Can you
Absolutely not.
imagine? No.
And like,
You see this world?
and
No.
I don't know if it's like, so not the transgender community. I'll just say the LGBTQ woke, whatever left bullshit is happening. They're doing their maps thing, right? They're trying to make it so you can't call people pedophiles. They're minor attracted people. Bleh. And
That
no,
should not be a thing.
but
I saw someone
I wonder if that is coming from the LGBTQ, like the actual LGBTQ, like the LGBT that we were raised in. Is that coming from us, or is that coming from whatever this Illuminati shit is? And I'm not saying it's not coming from our stupid whoever is our big leftist group. I'm sure it is.
Mhm,
I'm sure they're a part of it.
mhm.
And I'm sure they're not even gay. Like, I'd venture to say the head of the LGBTQ probably aren't gay. They're probably just map obsessed or minor obsessed or like whatever. I don't,
Makes my skin crawl.
right. Like, at this point, I don't even think it's us. Like
Mhm.
the actual people that live regular life as gay or lesbian or transgender. I don't even think it's us. I just
No,
think
it's these. Yeah, there's always those extremes that take it way too far, and everything is for money.
for sure.
Everything is for money, and one of the biggest selling, and it even just makes me cringe to even say the words or whatever, is the child
Yeah,
trafficking
gross,
business.
grow up. Yeah, it is a business.
Like it's a huge business.
But I'm not even sure if it's under what we used to believe in. I don't even think it's under what we used to believe in. I'm not like literally I think it's a bunch of Epsteins and freaking R. Kelly's and Diddy's and the gatekeepers. Like they're calling them the gatekeepers of certain communities
Yep.
or whatever. And they're just using whatever acronyms that they can use to make it
okay.
gross.
Yeah, to make it okay.
And it's
Mhm.
like, we didn't ask for this. That some of my favorite television shows I can't even watch anymore because they're just so full of fucking lies about our community.
Mhm.
Like it's just blatant lie. Like I watch it and I'm like, I don't think you understand the history of the LGBT. Like that's not it. That's not what we ever stood for. That's not what we ever said. That's not what we were ever fighting for.
That
Yeah,
we and-
us.
yeah,
Personally.
personally.
So I don't
yes.
like,
And there is the big group that were literally just fighting to be able to love the person that you love.
yes, trying to normalize it under the, yes, I do think
Yes.
that they're using us to do that, because if you hate gay people, you suck. If you hate trans people, you suck. but it's okay to be like, all white people suck, all white straight men suck, if you say so. Like, I've taken the when I answer questions, I have taken the response of, if you think that I'm transphobic, then that means you're misogynistic. So which is worse?
Riley Gaines.
Right. Where are we going?
Riley
Which
Gaines.
is worse? Is it worse for me to be transphobic, or is it worse for you because you think I'm transphobic for you to be
because I'm protecting
because
women.
I want to protect women?
Because I want to protect women.
So where are we going?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I don't. I no longer. I won't ever support it again. I won't ever support the flag. I won't ever support. I won't, because I don't think that it's run by the people that ran it when I supported the flag. Like, when I supported the pride flag, when I supported the pride parade, when I supported, it's no longer that. It's gone.
Yes.
It's not that
Yes.
anymore.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to pretend like it is. It's dumb shit.
Yeah.
And then we're left with
Oh, well, Kenneth DeLapp said this. Is that
let's go. Yeah.
Did you want to
Yeah, go for it.
bring this part up?
What are we doing? Yep.
No, the
Oh,
is that where you were going?
yeah. Yeah, sure.
Let's
go there. Fine. Yep.
we have that one
Absolutely.
too.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, apparently Easter is Trans Awareness Day, which whatever, because when I went to church, it wasn't Trans Awareness Day, it was just Easter, and but that's what they want to do. And I feel like that they're trying to erase our religion and our whatever it is that anybody else believes. If you don't believe in the transgender ideology, if you don't believe in the LGBTQ ideology, then fine. They're going to take whatever it is you do believe and put the transgender ideology on top of that
To replace
it.
And it's consistently showing what the actual movement is.
Yeah.
From
sure.
the extreme is
Yeah.
that you are trying to replace other people's values
with
and beliefs.
right. And they
with-
have to do it.
Right.
And that's
Right. And you
what-
have to do it because
I don't have to do it.
because if you don't do it, then you are transphobic, homophobic, all the above and whatever. And
Yeah, for sure, Kenneth. Yeah, absolutely. All day.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact of the matter is like, I am religious. Like, I grew up reading the Bible. I grew up going to church. Can I spout off passages? Of course not. But I understand the spirit of it. If you want to talk about it, like, let's go. Nobody should have how do I even go here when it comes to religion? I don't know how you take away someone's faith with an ideology about sex and about having sex and about gender and about I don't know. I really don't. I wish I could answer it. I would love to get into it at some time with someone that wants to talk about it. My belief system and I just there's I guess that was the one thing that like I couldn't take anymore is just you can't tell me that a boy is not a boy and a girl is not a girl, because I know that that's true, and I know that that's true because I've read the freaking Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that that's true. Sure, fine. If the Bible wants to tell me that gay people are wrong, or people want to yell at me that the Bible says that gay people are wrong, fine. Fine. I don't think I'm wrong for being gay, but I don't think sleeping with anybody has anything to do with the values of the Bible. As long as I'm not messing with kids, as long as I'm not hurting anybody else, as long as I'm not sleeping with somebody else's husband or wife, as long as I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I just don't know how you attribute that to gender is, you know, gender is all, and you have to go by what everybody believes gender is.
Mhm.
I don't know how you take away one belief to make sure the other belief, there's an agenda. I guess that's what I would say. There's an agenda. There's no way that you can tell me that there's not an agenda. We believed in Easter. We've celebrated Easter, Christmas, Jewish holidays, every holiday forever. And now you're going to tell me that those are going to get erased because of fucking pride? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
But
no,
that's literally what it is.
that's bullshit.
It's literally to replace and continue to say, and that's always the part, and that was the part that got me to really start to lean in and to really start to think or whatever, is that okay?
Yep. I agree with that. Sure. Yep.
Yeah. That in order for them to feel accepted, we have to delete everything else.
Yeah.
Like everything that goes against them, we have to delete.
Oh.
We have to discontinue. We have to not believe. We have to change, because everything and anything that you believe is against them. That's the story.
Yeah.
That's the story. And that will always be the story. So now what people are saying is, wait a minute, we've been able to sit in the same room and have different beliefs. You're talking about religion, for instance. You can be in a room with 10 people at a restaurant, and it's very possible that 8 of you or 7 of you believe one faith, and there's a couple people that believe a different faith.
Yeah.
But we can all sit in the same room, and I'm not going to someone else's table, or you're not going to someone else's table and be like, who the fuck do you think you are? And how dare you believe that? And that's this, and that's against me, and blah, 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 and make it all about me. But that's the narrative that's being said. And
Yeah,
they're
for sure.
making everything against them. And then they're making everything
If we don't believe exactly
about them,
There's,
you know?
never forget during COVID when they tried to mandate you to not have family gatherings or yeah, sure.
Mhm.
They've been doing this. They've been taking us away from each other. And I just started realizing this little by little for a very long time.
Mhm.
They've been telling us, or at least gay people, they've been telling us forever that your parents aren't going to accept you. And sure, you go back into the actual fight, the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. Sure, your parents were going to be pissed at you. They might disown you, that blah, blah, blah. But that's not
Now.
right.
That's not
That's
now.
not 99% of parents now.
And it's also okay. And
You're-
this is something
You can
that,
tell your parents at this point.
right. And it's also okay if your parents never
Accept you.
accept that you are gay, and never accept that. And again, we're talking about religion. Maybe for them, their faith is stronger than them being able to be okay with you being gay.
Yeah.
But again, you're taking away the chance for them to do the work to still have a relationship with their children.
But you're talking about the very small, like now you're talking back then in the 70s and 80s. Okay, fine. You might be like 30, 70% of parents that were going to like be like, okay, move out of my house. Don't ever
Mhm.
talk to me again. You're not my son, blah, blah, blah. Now you're talking about the very small minority of they're showing it on television shows. Like parents are just going to disown you and throw you out in the street, and you're going to have to figure it out, and you're going to get sex trafficked and all this shit. And that is not what's now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. I went from the late 80s, early 90s into what we are now. It's not the fucking same. And you can't tell me that it is.
No,
it isn't.
And what they use is they use those stories to put fear into people, and to take kids away from
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a war on fucking families, and it's a war on the parents. And it's like, this isn't what we are anymore.
No,
We're not this.
give us a fucking chance, because the only agenda that we have as parents, most parents, is to have a relationship with your child.
Right. And to
That's
make
it.
sure that they're okay.
And do the best that we can.
And give me a sec. My grandparents were born in the freaking 30s.
Mhm.
When I came out, they were fine.
My father, I was the
A
most
fucking Vietnam vet
Marine.
Marine who has, if you read his DD-214, you would cry.
Mhm. He was
Just wanted you to be happy.
Yeah, he was the one that I was the most scared to tell, and I had to explain this to him when I came out to him, and I didn't come out to him until you and I were engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't come out, and he had already met you, and he loved you, and
Yeah, you were
Knew-
in the closet for a minute because
yeah.
that's what they were telling us at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, sure.
so
sure.
my family, the ones in my family that I thought were super supportive, that no matter what, my friends too, that I would come out and everything would be fine.
Yeah,
I
really
was-
funny. It wasn't the Democrats in our families who were supportive. It
At
was the
all.
Republicans in our
At
families
all.
who were supportive.
Yeah.
That's a really
that's
good
a very-
fucking point
yeah.
right now.
So when I sat down with my father and explained to him that you and I were engaged and getting married, I explained to him that I wasn't nervous to tell him as my father. My father loves me. He's always loved me. He's always supported me in everything that I've ever done. I'm his only daughter. I'm the youngest. I'm a daddy's girl through and through. As my father, I wasn't scared to tell him. As a Vietnam vet,
They make you
Marine,
scared of your parents.
Republican, I was scared of that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't understand what that means. And I explained to him that when I was coming out, I saw him in two different lights. But what I didn't do is I might have waited a little bit longer than I should have, quote unquote, whatever. But when I told him, the only thing that he said was, does she make you happy? And I said, yes. And from a father's perspective, he said, can she take care of you the way that I do? And I said, absolutely, she always has. And he has loved you from the minute that he met you.
Greatest man ever. And honestly,
With
'cause
every piece.
my
of-
grandfather was a Marine too. When he passed away, like, it was really nice to have your dad love me the way that your dad loves me. And again, I say for the millionth time, wasn't the Democrats in the family that like were there for us. If
No.
anything, they were like, hey, I can't come to the wedding because this person is going to be there, and I don't
Yep.
like this person.
literally
and your
was
dad's
told,
gonna
I
be
don't,
there,
I
and-
don't appreciate, like,
Yeah.
I don't accept this. I don't accept this. It's
Yeah.
a phase. I
It-
got that a lot too.
It wasn't the. It wasn't.
I got like,
Oh
it's
my-
a phase and they don't accept it and all this type of stuff. But that's the thing.
That
That's-
just came to me. That just was like a
Mhm.
realization. It wasn't the conservative people in our families were fine with it.
But also too, because my father said it, and it's one of the most profound things that he ever said to me. He's like, I love you to death. And I don't understand.
Yeah.
He wasn't an asshole about it. He didn't make me feel bad about it. He was just like, I love you to death, but I don't understand. Because it was different for him. It didn't change that he loved me, and it didn't change that he was willing to stay on this journey with me.
And you know what? He
is the one. Yeah, he's a really good dude.
he's a really good
He's
dude.
a really, really good dude.
And I'm telling you, Kenneth, if you could read his DD-2, it brought me to tears when I read his DD-214. Like,
Mhm.
there's no, but
But he's the one.
he loves our kid. He loves me. He loves you. He loves us. He loves the family. He comes out here every 4th of July. We go sit. We watch the airplanes fly overhead.
Yep.
He gets to tell little G, like his like stories
Yep.
and fun
Yep.
stuff. And they
Yep.
watch boats. Like
Yep.
you,
But he gave us both with that statement. He gave us both, meaning me and him, and us, meaning us, me and you, and our kid, the patience to move through it.
yeah.
Like he gave us the patience to figure it out together as a family. He didn't just cut somebody off. He didn't cut me off and say, you're a disgrace. How dare you? What are you going to do? Blah, blah, blah. Like he asked questions when we were like, we want to have a baby. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And he asked questions to be a part of it the best way that he could.
And they,
But that is the difference of what happens is
yeah,
that
for sure.
other adults scare our children. And perfect example was the Nickelodeon watching Drake.
Yeah.
They swung the new shiny thing in front of Drake's eye. And as a kid, all you want to do is be around that kind of stuff. And then you have a parent that's trying to protect you, and other adults get in the way of that for their own agendas. And that's why I always say this needs to stop, because what you're doing is you're taking away the choices of really good parents. And I don't take away the families and the kids that are born into really shitty families and have really shitty parents. I don't take that away, but that you're right. It is not every story, but you're making it every story.
You're making it every fucking story.
You're making it every
I'm so
story.
I can't even watch television anymore.
No.
I'm so annoyed.
You're making it every single story
That's
to
n-
prove your point. To
that's
make
not
your
what our
point.
life is. And honestly, the way that they portray conservatives fucking sucks. That's not what we're saying. We're not saying that trans people can't be trans, or you can't have gay pride, or you can't have a
No.
gay party or whatever. Fine, have it. I'm not saying I didn't go to them when I was 20 and had a great
100%.
time.
Mhm.
I'm saying there were no kids at it.
Stop sexualizing our children.
That's what I'm saying.
That's simply
There were
what
no
we're saying.
fucking kids at it.
No, and also too, why?
Dress up however you want.
Right.
I don't care what you call yourself.
Why are we projecting all of this sexualization on our children, on our 2-year-olds, our 3-year-olds, our 6-year-olds, our 10-year-olds, our 15? Why are we doing that? You know, someone once said to us, like, we should, like, why doesn't our kid know that that you guys are gay? Why?
Why?
Why? That is my question.
He needs to know what we do sexually.
Right. We are gay because of how we enjoy sex. That is
the only
that is why
word. Like
that
that's
is-
the
why does my
gay doesn't mean
6-year-old
shit else. It either means you're happy or you're fucking someone of the same gender.
why does my son
all my kid needs to know is the word gay means happy. I'm
All-
happy and gay and fray, whatever the
all
fuck that
he
song
needs
is.
to know right now is that he has 2 mommies.
That's it.
He
doesn't-
has 2 mommies. Some families have 2 daddies. Some families have a mom and dad, or grandparents, or cousins, or uncles, and like that is all he needs to know. I do not, and I will not sexualize my son at 6 years old when he's trying to figure out normal 6-year-old shit.
Hey,
There's no reason for it.
when when kids figure out that, like, when they walk in on their parents, right? Like I've walked in on my mom. Did you walk in on your parents?
Nope.
I'm the only one.
You're the only
What
one.
the fuck?
You're the only one.
God damn it.
Nope, never.
It was gross.
It was
And I don't want, like, I wish I could erase it. It wasn't like traumatic at that point, but
now that you're older and you realize you're like,
Ew.
oh, that's gross.
Oh,
Oh,
Kenneth, you didn't either? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Oh,
All right,
he
fine.
did. No, he did.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You're not alone.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate you. Because it was, I didn't know. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to walk into the room. Like
Right.
they, day sex, whatever. People can have that. Try to plan it when your kids are not home. But
Right.
okay, fine.
Or you think that they're
Yeah,
They're-
like
10
but
out of
yes,
10 don't
super
recognize.
fucking gross. Like that's not your kids are not supposed to know gay, straight. Otherwise, if you're having sex, that's not a thing.
No, our kid needs to see us holding hands, giving each other a hug, a kiss,
Right.
like loving
He needs
family.
to see how I treat his mother.
Right.
Like
right.
how a relationship is supposed to work.
Yes.
He's not supposed to know
Yes.
the sex part. That's not a thing. He's supposed to try to hold hands with somebody at 12 or 13.
He doesn't need to know
He
what
doesn't
goes
need to, yeah.
no behind
no.
closed doors. Behind closed doors. But that's
I'm over that crap. I
But
can't
that's
even
just-
take it anymore.
yeah, that's just what they're doing. Everything needs to be sexualized. younger and younger, but it makes sense because now they're saying that this whole minor attraction, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
you're
that
trying
map
to
shit
make it, you're trying to make it okay
for adults
that
to have sex with children.
adults- Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
no.
And it's not. And you're
No.
never going to change my mind on that. And there's a lot of people.
Yes, that's it. Yes, Kenneth.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, my bad. I took it down. Yes, that's right.
Let them see you slapping each
My
other
kid
on the
knows
ass. That's about the
exactly
max.
that I love his mother and that, like, yes, we say I love you before we leave the house.
Yep.
I say I love you to my kid before I leave the house.
Mhm.
I smack my wife's ass, give her a kiss, leave the house. Love you, babe. Bye. Like,
Always.
that's it. That's it.
Always.
That's it.
That's it.
And half the time, he doesn't even see the smack.
No,
So,
because you're not like, hey, look
Right.
what I'm gonna do to your mom.
oh,
like,
we don't even have that. I still can't find that video. I just saw it of
one?
it was the weird one of the
Oh, with the
I
kid?
explained it to Sevon with the son that was smacking his mother's ass.
never.
Yo, bye.
Never. Our kid will play around and tickle and whatever. And if he accidentally touches my chest, I'm like, we don't do that. That's inappropriate. We don't. And I teach him.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
They jump on you wrong. They think they can
Right.
wrestle with you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Use
But
your words.
when he
like,
does it with boys, fine.
but
fine.
Right.
Just need to know how to interact with girls. You can't
Exactly.
just
Exactly. But
Yeah.
again, I'm not like, hey, look at what I'm gonna do to your mom and then slap
Yeah.
your ass.
That was weird. That was such a weird video. That was so fucked up.
But
I
he
was grossed
also-
out for days after
I mean,
that.
I didn't
shit.
see it.
Oh my god.
Excuse me,
Ugh.
I didn't see it. You told
It
me.
was so
You-
bad.
or you told when we were on the podcast with Sevon
it
or
was
whatever
horrible.
you said it. But
Yeah.
but no, it makes more and more sense that the agenda is being pushed.
Yeah, it's being pushed down our throats.
and I
for
and,
sure.
and like
And
you
it's been
s-
happening for a long time and we just didn't realize it. And now I think our community is waking up and realizing, like, hey, like, this isn't okay with Monroe Flame
No, that's why you have to
putting
have
out her
people
info and like
that
whatever.
continue to share that because
Yo, you got this. Wait, this is Women's Month. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me just show you what Women's Month is all about right now. Hold on. Yeah. This is what's up for Women's Month at this point. Here we go.
It's History Month as a woman, and I'm honored and happy to be here. And I know lots of you are thinking, but Dolly, you've been transitioning for a while. What on earth do you mean? It's only in the last several months that I finally gave myself permission to claim my womanhood.
So he claims his womanhood. I don't know how you claim womanhood. You just are a woman or you're not one.
Even in March of last year, I was using trans, feminine, and non-binary. But I've known for a long time I'm a woman. I've admitted it to myself a long time ago, but it didn't say anything to anybody else. And the elephant in the room here, so to speak, is because of the gatekeeping around gender and the gender policing that we do. And I internal.
So if they want us to not think that there are pedophiles out there trying to have children, this isn't the way to do it. Like, this is just like, hey, I want to be around women, or I want to be around, or not even pedophiles, but I want to be around women to me, that's just what this is. Like, you're making it a safe space for you to be around women in a place that is not safe for women, like in their safe space.
and again,
So wait. What's his argument here? What's he saying here? I'm confused.
Okay, so he's basically just saying that he's admitted to himself for a very long time that he's a woman, but he hasn't been able to come out with it. Now he's out with it. This is his first, because March apparently is Women's History Month, and so now,
Women's History Month.
yeah. So
Where they been at our whole lives?
I know, as if we haven't been again. Like, do we need history months? We've all been here.
I'm so confused. Okay, so you did that. She did that. Whatever it did.
No, it did that.
And what we have to remember is that all of that we do to each other as adults, we do to kids, and kids pick up. Every day, our little people are hearing what can be a girl and what can't be a girl. What can't.
So immediately he goes to kids. That's my problem. I don't care about shit else, but immediately the conversation goes to kids. And we have to tell kids that this is shit is okay. Why?
we have to erase the fact that we have to erase beliefs based on scientific facts that boys are boys and girls are girls, in order for them to feel that we accept them for who they are. Again, leave the kids alone.
To understand the high stakes our queer and trans youth face, you shouldn't be involved at all.
Youth shouldn't be
Youth
involved.
shouldn't be. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not even no. This is a conversation for adults. And I don't know at what point in time we forgot when adult conversation was adult conversation and kid conversation was kid conversation. I don't know when we just started having adult conversation in front of children.
Around the time parents stopped telling kids, "This is adult conversation. Get out."
My mom did.
Mm-hmm.
Get out.
do?
What are you doing in here? Leave.
My mom did. My grandparents did.
We do with our kid.
Yeah.
If
like,
we're watching an adult show or we're having an adult conversation, you got
either the show goes off or
Or
this
you
isn't
got-
for you.
yeah.
Or
Yep.
goodbye.
right. There's
So
time and place for conversations and stuff. There just is.
all right, my head hurts.
It does.
Kenneth, thank you for helping us figure out, because we've been trying to do like freestyle shows where it's not just planned. We just start talking about stuff and have free conversations. So that was it. Thank you for helping us, bro. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
Oh, thank you.
thank you.
And if there's ever anything that you
Yeah,
want
if
to
you-
hear
yeah.
from us, or questions or topics or anything that you want us to
Please let us know.
lean into and talk, this is not where I thought this conversation was going to go, but
No,
we-
me either. But
I'll
that's, I
save
guess
my other
that's
ones.
what-
I'll save
Oh, hey, Kenneth, just so because you're the one that's on, let me just tell you really quick. This is a cool thing. I don't think Savon's released it just yet, but we are sponsoring the prize for Fee Sagafi and whoever she goes against. So it's gonna be a really good quarterfinals. I'm really excited. I'm so pumped that he's letting me help and be a part of it. So it's gonna
Yep.
be super cool.
Yep. So you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
but it's not released yet. So
but
we'll
he
see how
didn't
many-
release it yet. I don't know if I'm allowed to release it yet, but
It's our show. It's cool.
fuck it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I can release it.
It's
like,
our show.
it's whatever.
It's
But
cool, and
yeah, we're gonna be a part of the quarterfinals, at least with Fee Sagafi and the
Whoever
girl.
she's going
Yeah,
against,
whoever she go. I mean, I'm still gonna watch the boys because that's
oh
gonna be
yeah, for
hella
sure.
fire.
For sure.
But
for sure.
yeah, it's gonna be cool.
She couldn't
So
keep it to her. She couldn't keep the information.
no,
to
I couldn't.
herself.
I'd tell someone. And Kenneth is my dude, so I might as well. If Jeffrey Birchfield was here too, I'd tell him too. But
He'll watch it.
yeah, he'll see
He'll
it.
watch. He's one of the ones that watches the whole thing, so he'll see it at the end. So,
Super pumped. All
Yeah.
right, cool. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate you, Kenneth.
till next time.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.